Hi, it's me, your host of the Unexpected Detour, wherein life detours are inevitable. Welcome back to Life Beyond Cancer. Last week we talked about what happens, after the ringing of the bell. We explored the reality that treatment ending does not mean the journey is over. For many survivors, a different chapter begins. Today, I want to talk about something that many survivors understand all too well: living scan to scan. If you've never had cancer, you would not fully understand what that phrase means. But for many survivors, life can become divided into appointments, blood work, mammograms, scans, ultrasounds, MRIs, and follow up visits. One appointment ends, and before long, another one appears on the calendar. And with each appointment comes anticipation. With anticipation comes uncertainty. And with uncertainty, sometimes comes fear. People often assume that once treatment is over, survivors stop worrying. The truth is that many of us never completely stop worrying. We learn to live with uncertainty. We learn to manage it. We learn how to keep moving forward despite it. But that doesn't mean it disappears. I remember the first few years after treatment ended, every ache felt suspicious. Every pain raised a question. Every headache seemed important. Every unusual feeling made me wonder if something was wrong. My mind would immediately begin asking questions. Is this normal? Should I call my doctor? Am I overacting? Or is this something I should be concerned about? Cancer changes the way you listen to your body. Before cancer, many of us ignored aches and pains. After cancer, we become aware of everything. Sometimes that awareness protects us. Sometimes it exhausts us. And many survivors never talk about how emotionally draining that can be. One of the most difficult parts of survivorship is waiting for appointments, waiting for scans, waiting for results, waiting for phone calls, waiting for answers. And during the waiting period, our minds can become very busy places. We imagine possibilities, we replay old memories, we revisit fears we thought we had already conquered. Sometimes we even find ourselves reliving the day we were diagnosed. The truth is that cancer leaves memories. Certain smells, certain rooms, certain sounds, certain words. They have a way of transporting us back to moments we will never forget. I think many survivors become very good at hiding their emotions. People see us smiling. People see us functioning. People see us going to work, attending church, spending time with family, and living our lives. But what they don't always see are the silent conversations taking place inside our minds. The prayers whispered before appointments, the fears we never speak aloud, the tears we sometimes shed in private, the courage it takes simply to show up for another follow-up visit. I believe many survivors smile on the outside while hurting on the inside, not because they're being dishonest, but because they don't want to worry the people they love, or because they feel pressure to be strong, or because they think nobody would understand. And that is the truth. Nobody would really understand. But today, I want to say something to every survivor listening. You do not have to pretend. You do not have to carry fear alone. You do not have to apologize for feeling anxious. You're human. And what you have experienced was life-changing. One thing I've learned is that healing is not only physical, healing is emotional, healing is spiritual, healing is learning how to trust life again. Healing is learning how to enjoy today without allowing fear to steal tomorrow. That doesn't happen overnight. It happens one day at a time, one appointment at a time, one prayer at a time, one breath at a time. Over the years, I've learned that peace does not come from knowing what tomorrow holds. Peace comes from knowing who holds tomorrow. When fear begins to rise, I remind myself that God carried me through treatment. God carried me through surgery. God carried me through chemotherapy. God carried me through radiation. God carried me through the difficult days. And the same God who carried me then is carrying me now. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean I don't never feel afraid. It doesn't mean I get the final word. Faith does. If you're listening today and you find yourself living scan to scan, I want you to know that you're not alone. Your fears are real. Your emotions are valid. Your journey matters. And there's no shame in admitting that survivorship can sometimes be difficult. Give yourself grace. Give yourself compassion. And remember that healing is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Life Beyond Cancer. Next week, we'll discuss how cancer reveals the people around us, the ones who stay, the ones who leave, and the unexpected blessings we discover along the way. Until then, keep moving forward. This is the Unexpected Detour. Where in life detours are inevitable. Take care. God bless.